Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM20 story, The Head Coach with me, Daniel. It's season 14, episode 5, and today we've got a big transfer deadline day where we're just hoping for something. Our director of football has been silent all month. One bid for a 17-year-old rejected and absolutely nothing else, despite a transfer kitty and a wage kitty that is absolutely humongous. We're still short in terms of squad. That was evident in the last episode in the Spanish Super Cup. And now with big games coming up today, we have got to get ourselves some signings. So we're going to take part in deadline day. We're going to hope for some magic. And then we've got a bit more coming up in this episode. If we go to the schedule, our next game is at home to Real Madrid, El CLASICO in the 5th round of the Spanish Cup. Of course we had to draw them, didn't we? So 2 lower league sides that we've brushed past, and this is our reward. We've then got a tough run coming up in the league. Atletico Madrid, Real Betis this month. The return of the Champions League against Leipzig. We need reinforcements, and we need them to be made now. So this is going to be a big 16 hours. If you're looking forward to it and you're hoping for some action too, please do chuck a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM20 content, including our new Macclesfield Town series in the eye above. And tomorrow at 4:30 in a Dorking Wanderer save is the defining moment of the story. We've been going 16 years and it is the biggest episode. So I'd encourage you, even if you've never seen the series so far, please do come and check that one out. But let's go quickly through our last lot of fixtures, see how we've been getting on since that Atletico Madrid game. We haven't been too bad on the pitch, but again, we've not been hugely convincing. So away at Sporting Gijón, we got 3-0 victory. Esposito with a brace and Almada with one. Against Atletico Pamplona, it was Esposito, Alves and Almada with a late penalty. Away at FC Andorra in the Spanish Cup 3rd round, we did fall behind, but Giora, a Boadu brace and De Jong made it sure it was a comfortable day at the office. A 2-0 win away at rivals Espanyol, Mastanov pouncing on a couple of defensive errors, before a very lucky 2-1 win away at Extremadura. 2 goals in the last 10 minutes as we made subs to save the game. It was a terrible display and we somehow got out of it thanks to a 35-yard Giora free kick and a moment of magic from Ferran Vidal. We did return to form against Bilbao at the weekend, a 2-0 win, Alves and Armini with one apiece. But that means nothing going into this Real Madrid game. We need squad reinforcements, we need someone to help us out, as it is very tense in the title race, there's a big game in the Spanish Cup, and of course, we've got European football to contend with too. So let's skip ahead through deadline day, and we'll be back as there's news throughout this final day of the window. So 4.5 hours in and no signs of any bids made for players outside the club. We have upset Martinez with a press comment, picking the second answer as normal. Boadu's had a loan bid rejected because it was only half of his wages. And 2 offers for young Gorka Martin have been rejected too. So it looks like at the end of this day, we're going to have to be promoting B-team players. I am honestly at a loss as to what to say. The transfer deadline has passed and not one bid was made. Not one. Yes, our wage bill is the highest at the club. That was an inherited problem. But in terms of the first revision window, Atletico Madrid replacing a winger for £52 million. They've also spent more money on other players as well. Let's just look at these fees for January actually. So 86 million was the Madrid winger leaving. They've signed one for 52. There's also signings for around 10 million. And that's what I mean. Good squad players to help other sides. We just needed 1 or 2 of those. But it wasn't to be. No one's really had a bid made for them. So we've now got to go to the B team. I've already promoted Gorka Martin. I'm going to do the same with Navarro. Because we need to have these people in the senior squad. We need to have a squad depth that means we can put players in if we need to. So Morale, the centre half, will become the 4th choice one. He's in the squad as well. We've got a young winger in Bruno, who's not very good. Fernando Garcia, a little better, but not really great. Although on the right wing, we don't really have a backup. So perhaps he will go in. Let's wait and see. Who else have we got? Jamie, a central midfielder. They're not really Barcelona standard, are they? If we're being brutally honest. And another fullback in Christian. So I think aside from that, we'll leave the first team as it is. But we will promote those couple and get them involved. So in terms of registering for the squad, Gorka Martin will be included, as will Morale. And we can have one more. So should we have a look in that B team? Is there anyone else we can put in? And who is the best candidate? So do we go for Jamie on the hope that he's a central midfielder? Because Bruno's a young winger who can come in. So I think we have to go central midfielder first. And Jamie is the man we're going to choose. Or Kylian Sands the third choice keeper? I just don't know. Let's leave it at that. 25 men in the squad, but I am not happy at where we stand. And it's Real Madrid up next, the Spanish Cup quarter-final, and we've got another El Clasico to deal with. It's the Spanish Cup 5th round, 4 ties remaining, and all of the big boys are still going, basically. Valencia, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, and Real Sociedad. Sevilla still in there as well. They've been climbing back up the league. It is going to be a fight to the finish. And we've got the biggest test of all today as we face Real Madrid. Both sides in excellent form, won 5 on the bounce, but Real Madrid already got a trophy this year. And Frank de Boer seems to have had some managerial revival. After his failure at Palace and at Atalanta United, he's now been at Marseille, Manchester City and Real Madrid. I'd love to know what he's won. Can we see what he's won since he's been at places? So Atalanta United, he actually qualified for the playoffs there, didn't get sacked immediately. Did he do anything here? I'm just trying to see whether there's any trophies, competitions, awards. Runner-up in the French Cup there. I can't see that he's won any trophies there. At Manchester City, winners of the Community Shield, but you wouldn't have expected that to be their superstar moment. They haven't got anything else, have they? Winners of the Carabao Cup 2026, winners of the FA Cup 2025, winners of the Champions League 24. There we go. Carabao Cup 24, Premier League and FA Cup 23. Okay, he's won plenty there. At Real Madrid now, he has won pretty much everything as well. The domestic double 3 years ago. The Super Cup is a part of a domestic treble 2 years ago. Last season, they won the Spanish First Division again. They've won the Spanish Super Cup this year. And we have got to stop him winning La Liga. And we're going to go for our first 11 to do so. Let me just see if anyone else is fit for the bench. Onasima is back. He will go in place of, I want to say Boadu, because he's been poor recently. But Onasimo's not quite fit. So we're going to leave it like that for today. Bernard in goal. Molina and Galovic the fullbacks with Armini and Todibo at centre-half. Luiz and Joseph in central midfield. Sancho, Almada and Rui Alves the attacking midfield 3. And Mastanov up front on his own. 17 goals in La Liga now. But this is the Spanish Cup and we need him to be a superstar. Into the game we go. Barcelona v Real Madrid. El Clasico for a place in the semi-final. And of course we've been matched up by our rivals. A much younger side Real Madrid have got. And it's basically a first team today. Adria up front. Dominichini on the right wing. And plenty of other quality across the side. They are a side we know are very good. But we're going to get the lads to pick up where they left off. A good performance at the weekend. And hopefully we can get on the front foot. We're going to stick attacking for now and we'll drop if we have to. As we've got a throw early on the left with Galovic. To Joseph. Back to Galovic, but it's a poor pass and we've given it away. And Adria picks it up. To Aldo. Don't forget last time we got done in behind by pace. And Dominichini's doing it again. The shot deflects and Molina clears away. And that has already encouraged me to drop to positive. The attacking line getting us caught out and we don't want to be doing that too early on. Burak crosses his, headed away by Armini to Almada, and now it's our turn to counter. 2-on-2 briefly, the third man's back, one run over on the right, but Almada's gone alone, and Dominichini chased him all the way back to win it, but it's Alves with a corner from the right, to the front post, headed away to Almada. Back out again, but Almada beats his man, Sancho's in the middle, and he's hit the woodwork. I think the keeper got a hand to it. Brilliant work from the Madrid keeper. And it still remains 0-0. Joseph with a cynical foul, but they've kept possession, Real Madrid. And it's 0-0 after 5 minutes, but both sides have had a good chance. And it's a goal kick for the visitors again. Paletta picks it up short, finds Silva and into midfield. They beat the press brilliantly there, Madrid. And they get it wide to Dominichini, who is going to be the key man today. Lovely run on the right. Back to Ruzic. Into the right winger again, and now Legal. To Paletta, and we force them back to centre-half to Silva. Out to the left to Markovic. They seem to be getting past us a bit easily here. Too comfortable in possession. Although Mastanov's nicked it off the centre-half. Mastanov 1-on-1. And it is a brilliant save by the keeper. Perfectly placed shot. And just a fingertip behind. It is brilliant keeping. And Alves will take the corner again. But this one straight into the grasp of the keeper. And it looks like he's going to be the thorn in our side today. He is a good goalkeeper. Only their cup keeper. But he's probably better than our first choice. As Joseph gives it away in the middle and Madrid have got a 3-on-2. Aldo in the number 10. Brought down by Florentino Luiz. Burak to Adria and it's 1-0 Madrid. And a simple, sloppy mistake like that can cost you after a brilliant start. Real Madrid 1-0 ahead, and it's individual errors again. So frustrating. And again, in the latter stages of the Cups, we are bottling it. We've got a throw-in on the left with Galovic. Now 25 minutes gone. And to be honest, we've not really threatened that much, apart from that one brilliant save. It's Galovic to Armini. At centre-half, back to the keeper. We're just trying to get a bit more tempo in. This is what I mean. The higher tempo, and nothing's really there to show for it. Armini to Todibo. Back into midfield. To the right-hand side to Molina. Over halfway, not really any pressure on him. And he finds Luiz. Through ball to Alves. The best player in the world. And he hits it straight at the goalkeeper. Noé tips it wide for a corner. But in truth, it was a really comfortable save. And it shouldn't have been. As Alves delivers the set piece. To the back post. Out to Almada on the edge. Almada's got time on the ball, but he's giving it away again. We're so sluggish in possession. Where is the higher tempo? I'd love to know, because whoever's got it, can we have it back? Adria on the right. Joseph loses his challenge again. He's had a horror show so far. Galovic gets the tackle in. Second time he's beaten, and is behind for a corner. And there's so many things, despite our general brilliance, that is really frustrating about Barca. And it's going to take transfers to resolve it. But it doesn't look like our director of football wants them. They've hired a yes man, and we found our second Chris Casper. I can tell I'm going to be in a strop by the end of this one. 30 seconds of stoppage time left in the first half, and we've got an attacking position on the right. Florentino Luiz to the back stick. Sancho down. Oh, what a goal that is. Sancho with a header from the edge of the box. We were about to hook him at half time. It was a brilliant finish though. You could argue the keeper might have done better. But Jadon Sancho has made it 1-1, and on the stroke of half-time, it's thoroughly deserved, and it could be absolutely crucial. Now, we've just got to cut out the silly defensive mistakes. Let's get into the second half and see if we can do it. 25 to go. No highlights, injuries, and nerves across the board. So Galovic will have to be replaced by Vinagre. Experience, but also a lack of physicality. Dan Joseph will be replaced. He's going to be replaced by Ferran Vidal. And now we've got a problem. Rui Alves is playing poorly, but I don't want to take him off. I'd like to leave Mastanov on, but he's nervous, so it's going to be Esposito. We're going all out for experience now. Let's see if it pays off. We've got a free kick on the right with Rui Alves. Into the back post, Esposito can't get there. The goalkeeper has claimed those really well today. And again, from set pieces, we've not been too good. It's a long ball forward, and where on earth's the defence gone? Where's the back four? It's in towards Todibo who can't get there. And it's Florentino Luiz who's back. Falls for Markovic. Save to the player. And Burak's missed an open goal. That is awful defending. And where on earth is our back four going? You've got to get back quicker than that from a set piece. As we play out on the left again with Jadon Sancho. On the halfway line has given us a chance in this match. To Almada, to Vidal, to Alves, to Esposito. It's blocked to Luiz and out to Molina on the right. 3 in the middle for Barca. Molina delivers. Sancho's there. What a save. One hand behind him. Vidal though. Blocked off the line. Unbelievable. How on earth have we not scored? Jadon Sancho's first header hooked off the line. David Seaman v Sheffield United. That's the save. Wonderful work from the keeper. And he is single-handedly keeping Real Madrid in this game. And if they nick one on the break, I'll be furious. As they've got it a right back with Gomez to Testa. And this is what happens when you're not clinical, when you don't take your chances. You have to sweat when we should be 4 or 5 up here. Burak gets it to the right to Dominichini. To the byline, no pressure. And it's blocked to Sancho. Good work from Vinagre. Sancho brings it away and goes long. Esposito picks it up. He's in behind. And it's another brilliant save. How have we missed so many chances? I just need one player who can finish the ball when it's at his feet. Cannot finish to save their lives. Alves picks it up on the right for a corner. Can we please get the goal? Into Almada, loses out to Vidal. Back to the right hand side and it's a Real Madrid free kick. And it's back to the keeper Noé who clears long downfield. Adria's up but Armini wins it. To Vidal, Vinagre. Back inside to Armini. To Todibo, don't want to give it away back here. To the right to Alves and Molina. We're not really going anywhere. And I wonder if we're going to get pegged back and lose the ball. Molina to Todibo. I don't like the way this is going. To Bernard. Manages to control a back pass without conceding this time. Doesn't often do that in a cup tie. And it's back to Todibo again. Plays out to Alves. On halfway, can we change the tempo up here? Alves beats 2. This is what we need. Rui Alves. Esposito. Oh my word, he saved it again. Noé tips it behind for a corner. And I do not know how we are not ahead in this game. I'd love to know how many clear-cut chances it is. We'll try and bring it up in a moment. Alves in. Armini heads in for 2-1. We finally got the lead. I've got to see how many chances that is. Let's bring up the match stats. Where on earth has it gone? There it is. Clear-cut chances 5. And we finally scored our second of the match. An unbelievable moment. And it is Barcelona 2, Real Madrid 1. Thoroughly deserved. Now we've got to hold on. 4 minutes of stoppage time. We've dropped to balanced. We're going to keep dropping the duties as well. Almada to support. Sancho to support. Rui Alves to support. What else can we do? Luis to defend. Let's just hang on for dear life here. 2 more minutes of stoppage time. And I think we've done it. Barcelona 2, Real Madrid 1. We are into the Spanish Cup semi-final. We have to be the favourites now. And we have to make sure we don't slip up. We've caused a bit of trouble for Real Madrid. That's what we like to see. We've beaten the rivals in El Clasico to get revenge and get to the Cup semi-final. Big news in 2 of the other ties as well. Atletico Madrid 6-0 victors. They're finding some great form now. But Valencia lost at home to Levante and Sevilla lost away at Celta Vigo. So if we can draw either Levante or Celta Vigo, hopefully Atletico Madrid gets shocked. But if not, we should have a route to the final. A wonderful moment for the club though. We have beaten Real Madrid. And hopefully that'll get the fans on side too. Jadon Sancho started it. A brilliant header from him. That got us back on terms before half time. Galovic with a knock, but only a couple of days. And we've got Atletico Madrid next, who of course have just won 6-0. So the title race could be swinging as well this weekend. Real Madrid have got a big game as well. They are of course going away to Espanyol, who have had a slightly disappointing run recently. And the race is also hotting up for the Golden Boot between Adria of Real Madrid, who's just one behind Mastonov. But that was a crucial moment for us. Let's skip ahead and see the semi-final draw, and it could well be the perfect end to the episode if we can avoid Atletico Madrid. Here's the big moment then. The Spanish Cup semi-final draw, and we want to avoid Atletico Madrid. Levante are first out the hat, and we'd like to get this one. Fingers crossed, it's Celta Vigo, of course it is. So there are 2 ways to look at this. We have got a massive game coming up against Atletico Madrid. A very difficult semi-final. However, if we win it, we will be heavy favourites for the final and should well wrap up a trophy. So that is going to be a huge game. And actually, it's next midweek. So now we've got a decision in the league. Do we rest people in this game or the next one? What will Atletico Madrid do? And what should we do? So the Spanish Cup semi-final played over 2 legs, so we will be back for the second of those. We've also got Sevilla in the league that weekend, so that will be a good spell for us to come back for. And if the Leipzig game's close, we might do that one as well. But we'll wait and see where we are at that moment. Hopefully not already out of the cup tie, and hopefully on course for Champions League qualification. And still top of the league would be ideal. We remain 3 points clear with the same amount of games played. We've still got to play Real Madrid, of course, this season again, and Atletico too. And it is going to be a big game this weekend as we head to Atletico and try and keep ourselves top and in charge of the title race. So a very big month to come. The biggest game of the Spanish Cup is the semi-final. The final will be easier afterwards. And RB Leipzig in the first knockout rounds. Do you know what? We could have had easier ties. So if you are looking forward to the next episode and you did enjoy that El Clasico after a very frustrating end to the transfer window, please do chuck a thumbs up on the video. Let me know down in the comments why on earth our director of football isn't doing anything. We've got a small squad, loads of money, loads of wages, and he's just taking no action. It really is bizarre. No ins, no outs, a very dull window, and not particularly helpful when we're fighting on 3 fronts. But if you want to stay up to date and see how we get on in the big Spanish Cup semi-final and in the Champions League and title race, please do subscribe down below and turn that notification bell on. We'll be back on Saturday at 4:30, and of course on Saturday lunchtime the Macclesfield Town series continues. So please do come and check that one out. The first 3 episodes are in the eye above. And tomorrow, after 16 years with Dorking Wanderers, we've got our most defining episode of the series. I'd love it if you could join me. I'd love it if you could get involved. So please do come along if you're able to. We've got our stadium review on Sunday as well, and we'll be back live streaming on Tuesday morning at 10 AM. And finally, you can check out the podcast in the eye above. Interviews with professional footballers, topical podcasts, predictions, and soon to be matchday vlogs again, hopefully. Fingers crossed we can go to non-league football and start to show you some action live again. But thank you for all your support over here and over on the podcast too. We really do appreciate it. And a big thanks for watching this one and your continued support of the series. And I hope to see you next time for 2 more massive games with Barcelona.